Life is unpredictable. We all face moments when things seem to fall apart, when challenges appear insurmountable, and when hope seems distant. It's easy to get caught up in the stress of the moment, doubting our ability to push through and questioning whether we'll ever see the light at the end of the tunnel. But what if I told you that the key to overcoming life's hurdles lies in acting as if everything will always work out? Imagine for a moment that you carry with you an unwavering belief that no matter how difficult the situation is, it will work out for the best. Imagine facing adversity with the conviction that the universe, and more importantly, Allah, has a plan for you that is far greater than what you can see in the present. This concept isn't about blindly ignoring difficulties or pretending that everything is perfect. Instead, it's about cultivating a mindset rooted in faith, trust, and patience. It's about knowing deep in your heart that even when things don't go as planned, there is always a higher purpose and a greater good that is unfolding, even if you can't see it yet. And this mindset, rooted in Islamic teachings, can transform the way we experience every challenge and triumph in life. In Islam, we are taught to trust in Allah's plan and timing. We are encouraged to have a positive outlook, to act with hope, and to be patient in times of difficulty. Every trial we face is seen as an opportunity for growth, and every setback is simply a setup for something better that is to come. When we embrace the mindset that everything always works out, we free ourselves from unnecessary anxiety and frustration, allowing us to move forward with resilience and faith. It's not about having all the answers right away. It's about trusting that the answers will come in due time. In this video, we will explore how adopting the belief that everything will always work out is not only a powerful mindset, but also deeply rooted in Islamic teachings. We will look at the Quranic verses and Hadith that guide us to trust in Allah's plan, to stay patient, and to maintain hope in times of struggle. By embracing this perspective, we can find peace and strength, knowing that whatever happens is part of a larger, divine purpose. So, if you're ready to embrace a life of hope and trust, hit that like button, comment your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe to Deen Xplorers for more inspirational content like this. 1. Trust in Allah's plan. In the journey of life, we often encounter moments where we question the reasons behind our struggles, challenges, and hardships. There are times when things don't seem to go our way, and we are faced with difficulties that seem insurmountable. However, it is during these very moments that we must remind ourselves of the most profound teaching in Islam, our absolute trust in Allah's plan. As Muslims, we are taught to believe that Allah has a purpose for everything that happens in our lives, and we must trust that His plan is always for our ultimate benefit, even if we do not fully understand it in the present moment. Trusting in Allah's plan means surrendering ourselves to His will and having complete faith that He knows what is best for us. Every hardship we face is part of a greater picture that Allah is orchestrating for us. Whether we are faced with a personal loss, a financial struggle, or an uncertain future, we must trust that Allah's plan will unfold in the way that is most beneficial for us, even if it doesn't make sense to us right now. This trust in Allah is not passive, but active. It requires us to keep moving forward, doing our best, and relying on Allah's wisdom. Say, nothing can ever reach us except what Allah has destined for us. He is our master. And in Allah alone, the believers must place their trust. The difficulties we face, the challenges we endure, and even the blessings we receive are all part of His divine will. The verse also emphasizes that Allah is our protector. When we trust in Allah, we acknowledge that He is always looking out for us, guiding us, and protecting us from harm, even when we may not see it. This trust is not blind faith, but a conscious decision to believe in Allah's perfect wisdom. As we navigate the ups and downs of life, we must always remind ourselves that Allah's plan is always better than our own. Even when we face setbacks or disappointments, we must remember that Allah's wisdom, surpasses our understanding. It is through these trials that we grow stronger in our faith and closer to Allah. If we trust that everything will work out according to His plan, we can find peace and comfort, knowing that there is a reason behind every challenge we face. Trusting in Allah's plan also means recognizing that some things are beyond our control. We may plan for certain outcomes, but ultimately, it is Allah who decides what is best for us. This realization frees us from the burden of worry and anxiety, allowing us to live with a sense of calm and assurance. When we trust in Allah, we are liberated from the need to control every aspect of our lives. We learn to accept what comes our way, knowing that whatever happens is part of Allah's grand design. In the moments when you feel overwhelmed, remind yourself to trust in Allah's plan. No matter how difficult the journey may seem, believe that it is taking you toward a place of greater strength, wisdom, and ultimately, happiness. Life is full of surprises, both good and bad, but Allah's plan is perfect, and everything will work out in His time. 2. Patience and trusting. Allah's timing. In a world where instant gratification is often the norm, practicing patience can be one of the most challenging yet rewarding aspects of faith. As human beings, we tend to want things to happen immediately, and when things don't go according to our plans, it's easy to become frustrated and anxious. However, Islam teaches us that patience, particularly in times of adversity, is a virtue that brings us closer to Allah and leads to ultimate success. Moreover, Islam emphasizes the importance of trusting in Allah's timing, as He knows what is best for us at all times, even if we don't fully understand it at the moment. The concept of patience is deeply embedded in Islamic teachings. It is mentioned numerous times in the Quran, and it is highlighted as one of the key qualities that every believer should strive to cultivate. Patience is not just about waiting for things to happen. It's about maintaining a calm and composed attitude while we wait, fully trusting in Allah's wisdom and timing. Patience involves enduring hardships with a positive mindset, knowing that Allah is with us and that every test is a means of growth. O you who believe, seek help through patience and prayer. Surely, Allah is with those who are patient. Allah promises that He is with those who are patient, which is a source of immense comfort. Knowing that Allah's presence is with us, even during our toughest trials, gives us the strength to persevere. Patience, therefore, is not a passive waiting, but an active process of relying on Allah for strength, guidance, and support. Patience is particularly important when we are faced with delays or unfulfilled desires. In life, we often find ourselves longing for something, whether it's a job, a relationship, or a particular goal, and it feels like we are not getting what we want, no matter how hard we try. During these moments of waiting, our faith in Allah's timing is tested. It is easy to become impatient, feeling as though things are not happening fast enough, or that our efforts are in vain. But in these moments, Islam teaches us that Allah's timing is always perfect. What may seem like a delay is, in fact, a divine plan that is unfolding in the way that is best for us. Allah knows what is best for us, and sometimes His timing does not align with our own expectations. Perhaps we may think that we are ready for something, but Allah knows that the right moment is still ahead. Perhaps what we desire isn't the best thing for us, and Allah, in His infinite wisdom, holds it back to protect us from harm. Trusting in Allah's timing means having faith that He knows what is best for us, even when it doesn't align with our personal timeline. It means understanding that there is a reason why things happen the way they do, and that delay is not denial. Patience also teaches us resilience and strength. When we experience setbacks, it's easy to give up and lose hope. But when we practice patience, we learn to endure with grace and dignity, knowing that our perseverance will lead to something greater. Islam encourages us to be steadfast in our faith, even when things are not going according to our desires. This is why Allah promises in the Quran that those who are patient will be rewarded in ways they cannot imagine. Moreover, patience is not just about enduring hardships quietly. It is about continuing to seek Allah's help through prayer, supplication, and gratitude. When we feel overwhelmed, we turn to Allah, asking for His support and guidance. We remind ourselves that He is always with us, and that His mercy is far greater than any difficulty we face. When we trust in Allah's timing, we acknowledge that every moment of waiting, every hardship, and every delay is an opportunity to grow in our faith and reliance on Him. Ultimately, patience and trust in Allah's timing are intertwined. When we are patient, we are demonstrating our trust in Allah's plan. We are acknowledging that He knows what is best for us, and that everything is happening according to His divine wisdom. The key is to remember that life is not always about rushing to our goals or fulfilling our desires at the speed we expect. It is about trusting in Allah's perfect timing, having faith that everything will work out as it is meant to, and patiently waiting for the rewards that come with it. So, when you face challenges or delays in your life, remind yourself to be patient and trust that Allah's timing is always perfect. Everything will work out at the right time, and your patience will be rewarded in ways you cannot imagine. 3. The power of dua. In Islam, dua holds an extraordinary place. It is not merely a request for something we need or want. It is a powerful tool that connects us directly with Allah. Dua is an act of worship that demonstrates our reliance on Allah and our acknowledgement of His infinite power and mercy. It is a means of seeking help, expressing gratitude, and drawing closer to the Creator. The power of dua lies not only in the answers it brings, but also in the spiritual transformation it fosters within us. Dua is a unique aspect of Islamic faith because it is a direct and personal communication between the servant and Allah. In a world filled with distractions and noise, dua offers us an opportunity to pause, reflect, and focus solely on our relationship with Allah. It is in these moments of sincere supplication that we turn to Allah with our concerns, desires, fears, and hopes, and we entrust Him with our needs. The power of dua comes from its ability to transcend human limitations and place us in direct connection with the divine, reinforcing the bond between us and Allah. Whether we are asking for something specific or simply seeking Allah's mercy, He hears our pleas. This verse assures us that when we make dua, we are not talking into an empty void, but speaking directly to the one who has the power to change our circumstances. Allah is always ready to listen, and He promises to answer our prayers, though the response may not always come in the form we expect. The beauty of dua is that it acknowledges our dependence on Allah and our inability to control everything in our lives. As humans, we often try to solve problems with our own strength and knowledge, but dua reminds us that there is something far greater than ourselves at work. When we make dua, we are not just asking for help, we are recognizing Allah's power over everything. It is an acknowledgement that He alone controls the unseen and knows what is best for us. Sometimes, we may not receive an immediate response to our dua, and that can cause doubt or frustration. However, Islam teaches us that there are many reasons why Allah may not answer a dua immediately or in the way we expect. Sometimes the answer may be delayed to test our patience, or perhaps the timing is not right. Other times, what we ask for may not be what is best for us, and Allah, in His wisdom, may provide something even better. There may also be times when our dua is answered by Allah removing harm or giving us something we didn't even ask for. It is crucial to remember that Allah knows what we need better than we do, and His answers are always for our ultimate benefit. Dua is also a means of seeking forgiveness and cleansing our hearts. When we ask Allah for forgiveness, we acknowledge our mistakes and sins, and through dua, we seek His mercy. This process of repentance and supplication purifies our hearts and strengthens our relationship with Allah. It is a way to humble ourselves before Allah and recognize our imperfections while relying on His boundless grace to guide us back to the right path. The power of dua is also evident in the countless stories of the prophets and righteous individuals in Islamic history. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself was a frequent supplicant, seeking Allah's help in times of difficulty and giving us the best example of how to make dua with sincerity and faith. Dua is also a means of cultivating hope. When we make dua, we are placing our trust in Allah, believing that He has the power to change our situations. Even when things seem bleak, dua helps us maintain hope and optimism, knowing that Allah's mercy is greater than our struggles. It reminds us that we are never alone, and Allah is always present, ready to listen and offer His help when we need it most. One of the most powerful aspects of dua is that it brings us closer to Allah. When we make dua, we acknowledge His sovereignty and show our dependence on Him. In doing so, we strengthen our connection with our Creator. The act of supplicating humbles us, reminding us that we are weak and in need of Allah's guidance and mercy. It is through dua that we find solace, comfort, and strength in our relationship with Allah. The power of dua is immeasurable. It is a means of seeking help, forgiveness, and guidance from Allah, and it is a way of strengthening our faith and connection to the divine. Dua is a reminder that we are never alone, that Allah is always near, and that He is always ready to listen to our pleas. Whether we are facing challenges or seeking blessings, dua is a powerful tool that allows us to tap into Allah's infinite mercy and wisdom. So, never underestimate the power of dua, for it is the key to unlocking Allah's blessings and achieving peace in this life and the hereafter. Remember, no matter the challenges you face, there is always a higher purpose and a greater good unfolding behind the scenes. Keep believing, keep striving, and trust that everything is working out for you in ways you may not even see yet. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Deen Xplorers for more motivational content rooted in faith. May Allah continue to bless you and guide you on your journey. Stay positive, stay hopeful, and remember, with Allah by your side, everything will always work out. Take care, and see you in the next video.